guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see what we have got here. Okay. So, again, these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If this reading doesn't resonate, and this isn't something you are going through, or have been through, or are about to go through, then this reading ain't for you. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords, the High Priestess in reverse, the Knight of Wands in the upright, and the Chariot in reverse. So there's a dark High Priestess, or there's somebody who wants to be a High Priestess or seen as a High Priestess who is attacking you spiritually, energetically, mentally. This could be anyone. This could be a family member. This could be an old friend. Definitely someone who you've known a long time. It's definitely someone who you've known a long time. They're very passionate about holding you back. They're very passionate about holding you back. They're very passionate about trying to gain some sort of power and control over you. It's somebody who wants to dominate you through spell work. It could be somebody who took some money off you at some point, or took advantage of you when you didn't have much money. This is a type of person who takes advantage of somebody who hasn't got much money. Five of Cups. This is somebody who wants to cloak themselves as you. So if you are a real psychic medium, they want to use some sort of spell work. They want to be cloaked in your energy. It's somebody who... You could have gave your jacket to this person at some point. You could have give them a blanket. You could have give them a hug at some point, because it is somebody who you know, to try and keep them warm. Somebody who's trying to derail you. Somebody... I am picking up somebody who wants to be a tarot reader. Want your third eye. They want your psychic mediumship skills. It's somebody who wants to cloak themselves in your energy. Again, it's somebody who you give your jacket to at one point, or a blanket to at one point, or maybe even a dressing gown. It's somebody who you kept warm on some cold, rainy nights. Somebody who you kept warm on some cold, rainy nights. This is a female figure. Who wants your work. We've got the King of Pentacles, but the King of Pentacles in this picture, she's actually a feminine. So you could be quite masculine and feminine. Maybe you switch between your masculine and feminine energy really fast. They want to hold you back. There's a lot of malicious attacks. There could be something to do with a knife or a sword crime. There could be something to do, they are linking someone with a knife or a sword, or planning a knife attack because they are jealous. Okay, so if you are off out on any adventures, they are the type of person who will message a lot of malicious people, or people who can be malicious, rile them up and set them off to attack you. Someone who's very, very malicious. I'm getting Jezebel type of energy. Someone who is like a Jezebel, a jealous Jezebel. Temperance in reverse. Someone who's got a demon attached to them, or is a demon in a meat suit. and they are planning a knife attack. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. There's someone who really wants your skills, and this is the type of person who roams round and says they're jealous of me because of this, that and the other, but they're actually the jealous person. Wheel of Fortune, they want your good destiny. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. She, along with others, have got involved in trying to sacrifice you for your gifts, your skills, your good Wheel of Fortune, your good karma. Okay, this could be a sacrifice, what's gone wrong. You could have seen this coming. You've got the Queen of Swords, and you could have shut off that attack. You could have stood up. You could have done everything you could to defend yourself, and then you could have got yourself in trouble. Okay, you could have, you've had these gifts since a child with a Page of Cups, very intuitive. You could be a water sign, you don't have to be a water sign, but very intuitive. Maybe this person could have apologised to you at some point, 2 of Pentacles, because this person is very mentally unstable. Okay, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is a type of person who doesn't understand what unconditional love is. Okay, they will only love you or make out like they love you. Okay, I love you babe, love you mate. Alright mate, type of energy. They don't know what unconditional love is. They could be a mother themselves, okay, and they do not feel that unconditional love for their own children because they're very shut off. So I'm getting heart chakra blockages. If you are a mother, they are working hard, or they already have been working hard to have your children removed from you. They are under judgment for what they have done. Moving forward, okay, this could be some sort of news. You could have put this news out there. You could have told some people, okay, maybe this person is under investigation, okay, or maybe you was put under investigation, wrongful investigation, you was put under investigation, maybe police sat back and watched this happen. What they want to do with the Strength card is they just want to see you mad, see you angry, and then they will sit back and carry on a lot of malicious lies, a lot of malicious rumours. So I am getting that there's been a lot of bullying. This could be online, and we've got Death in reverse and the Empress, okay? So they could have tried to sacrifice you and your child or children, okay? Have your children removed. 7 of Wands in reverse. They're soulless, they're heartless, okay? They could be linking to a corrupt government organisation with a Hierophant in reverse, okay? Corrupt government organisation. Every time you try and move forward with a 6 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles and work on yourself, this malicious bince is trying to do everything they can to get you locked up. 2 of Swords in reverse, but I'm getting that quite possibly you could see through this. You could see through this. It's someone who lives with the 4 of Wands in reverse in your hometown. It's someone who lives in your hometown. It's somebody who doesn't want you to feel safe in your hometown because of malicious rumours, malicious lies. Malicious rumours, malicious lies. I'm scared, and that's what they'll say. I'm scared of him, I'm scared of her, and then they rile other people up to go and act on their behalf, and they sit back laughing. They pass on nothing but bad messages about you. They never have a nice word to say, and that's because they're jealous of the 6 of Pentacles, your gift. They're jealous of your gift. They are jealous of your strength. They're jealous on how you seem to expand your mind. Like if you are studying, it doesn't have to be studying. If you are working on yourself, working on whatever it is you're working on, they don't like that. They really don't like to see you working on yourself. But you embody all the queens in the deck. Okay? All the queens in the deck. Maybe you are birthing new ideas all the time. This person could have caused a lot of sleepless nights. You could have been awake at night with stress or anxiety, with all the malicious lies, the malicious rumours. Four of Pentacles in reverse, they could have something that is yours already. And they don't want to let it go. Or they could be trying to send people towards you. Enemies, Five of Swords, okay? They're trying to send people towards you to get into your environment, to take something that is yours because they want it for themselves. Like, even down to, for myself, as an example, I've even had some of my favourite stones, my favourite crystals stolen, my amethyst, which is real, and my rose quartz, which is real, and other crystals stolen. Even if you don't want to let these people in your home, they will play a lot of malicious games to gain entry and access into your life. Nothing but a malicious little bint. Who's jealous of your soul purpose? Who's jealous of your life path? Who's jealous of your gift? They are jealous of your courage, your strength, and how fierce you are, and how much of a comeback you always seem to make. Soothe. Maybe you soothed this person at some point, or some of these people. Like if they was crying, maybe you offered your shoulder to cry on. This is a female with masculine in reverse who uses men to work through, to attack you. This person just wants you to remember them for the rest of your life, okay? They want you to remember them. They could be doing some sort of fertility spells, okay? They could be sending enemies to affect your womb, so you can't reproduce again. Something surrounding, they don't want you to ever reproduce again. So they will send somebody to do some horrible things to your womb. Cleansing. You need to cleanse this energy off you. Clearing this energy out of your energetic field, because it's a lot of heavy, 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 dark energy. Homeland in reverse. It's like they want to push you out of your hometown because they think they're hard, or they think they're real strong and powerful, but they have to work in a big, large group and get as many people as they can to team up against you, because you are stronger and powerful than every single one of these. You could be going through a rebirth right now, okay? And there is something surrounding, attaching something to your womb. Something about your eggs is very significant. Something about your eggs is very significant. You've got autumn and fall. So somebody wants to see you fall. That's a fall from grace, a fall off your life path. So focusing on grounding, okay? Focusing on grounding. It's a lot. It is a lot. obsession. It's someone who seems to be obsessed with you. Greedy. It's somebody who's very greedy. It's somebody who wants everything that you are, everything that you have. They want everything that you are, everything that you have. They will get people to work day and night on their behalf. Okay? Day and night on their behalf. And some of these people are forever dedicated to this dark, dark female. You could have tried to liberate this person at one point, okay? You could have tried to raise this person up, and all they wanted to do was take everything that you are. Very cunning. It's a very cunning person. Very, very cunning. Wants to have you wounded. Wants to have you wounded. Very, very malicious. Awakening. This person has no spiritual, they have no high spiritual ranking. They are nothing but a malicious cow. This is all I'm getting, a malicious cow. Very, very malicious. They could be jealous that you have longer hair than them. Literally something as sinister as that. Jealous you have longer hair than them. Jealous of your gifts. They are jealous of everything that you are. Your gifts, your skills, your talents, the way you look, the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you hold yourself. Intimacy and theft. So basically, if you are getting intimate with anybody, they want to send all the mates towards this person, then they want to recruit this person to turn against you because they're nothing but malicious, nothing but downright greedy. Theft. They want any item of clothing that's yours, anything that is around you, what you love, what you like, they will send someone towards you to get in there. That's really nice. Make out like you care for this person. Trick this person, and then get this for me. Get that for me. Go on, and then come back to me, message me. Day and night, this type of person is at it. You could have spoke to this person about your past, okay? And then they wanted to make you ungrounded because of your past. It's someone who wants to use your past against you. Someone who could have put you under heavy major spiritual warfare. Someone who wants you to be as dark as them, as malicious as them. Entitlement. They feel that they are entitled to whatever it is that you have. They feel like they're entitled to have whatever it is that you have. Maybe because they think that physically they are better looking than you. I'm getting that quite possibly. It could be someone who is seen, wow, throat chakra. It could be someone who is seen as physically to any other men or women, that you are more physically, that this person is more physically attractive, but they're nothing but a demon in a meat suit who thinks that they've got a strong sense of entitlement. Can you hear someone river dancing upstairs? Very deceptive. Very deceptive energy. Okay? They know that you are pure. Okay? It's somebody who could be paying people to affect your memory. Like a forget about it spell. somebody who's paying people to do dark spell work on you. Or crying to someone going, oh, she's doing spell work on me, she's doing this on me, but she's no but chatting crap. No but chatting crap. So it's something surrounding trying to take your business off you, or something like that, your line of work off you, because they think they deserve it. No way. No way. No way. They think they deserve it. Do you know what? I was going to turn around and swear to the camera, but I don't think that's very nice, is it, darling? Mending. So after this, you may be on the rise, you may be on the up, and you may be fixing yourself, okay? This also could be someone who can't let you go as a friend because they want you to come back to them and fix them and mend them and build them up. While they're doing all these malicious things to you, they want you to come back in, be all nice, empathetic, and pick them up and build them up. Meanwhile, they're doing everything they can to tear you down, tear you apart, and they will get multiple people to do this. This could be the type of person who has multiple people watching you from different accounts. Yin in reverse. They are trying to mess with your chi. That's when you need to say ciao. And you could maybe feel like you have to be masculine. If you are a feminine, maybe you feel like you have to be masculine sometimes. And a lot of men out there don't like masculine women, which is fine, each to their own. And I do get that sometimes, but what these men need to know is when there's 2222 on the clock there, when us women have been through so much in life where we have to protect ourselves, we then become masculine because there's not been a man there to protect us, and any masculine figure surrounding us has always been there to abuse or hinder. So that's why, maybe not for everybody, but that could be why we feel that we have to be masculine. Exchanging gifts in reverse. You could have exchanged some sort of Christmas presents with this person, okay? You could have exchanged some wise words of wisdom to this person, and then they are jealous of your wisdom, okay? Observer in reverse. Maybe they sent people to observe you, to watch you, and then they reported back and said, this person isn't exactly what you are saying this person is. I am getting some sort of malicious reports, okay? This cycle is now complete, okay? But be careful of letting these people back in your energy, and if you have not yet completed this cycle with this type of energy, that should be coming to an end very shortly. Sweetness in reverse. They want to take that sweet energy from you. They want to take your purity from you. They want you to be just as malicious and evil as them. This is somebody who lies and says that you're doing spell work on it, but they're the ones who's doing it. They're the ones who's going on off with these dark witches and doing dark spell work. Two of Swords in reverse. Maybe you've seen through that, or maybe you are starting to see more clearly now than you ever did. That's when you know you are rising above these people. That's when you know you are rising above these people. Page of Wands in reverse. This is the type of person who's been like this since a very young age, who's always played on, it's because I'm prettier than her. That's what it is. It's because I'm prettier than her, and that's why she's been nasty to me. It's not. It's not. It's not. At all very sneaky, deceptive behaviour. And we've got a King of Cups in reverse. This is a narcissistic man. Okay. King of Cups in reverse. This could be a Cancer, Pisces or a Scorpio. And they send, or could be sending, or trying to send a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio to work on their behalf. Who could be linking to some sort of a Catholic church. Justice is going to be served, okay? They wanted to take your generational wealth from you. Four of Pentacles, they could have been part of taking some sort of wealth from you, and they've got to give that back. They've got to give that back. They could be part of trying to take your child, your children, which is also your gift from the divine, or gifts from the divine. Two of Swords in reverse. Maybe you spoke out about this. Maybe you tried to speak out about this to people in the justice system. And you know what? They didn't want to listen because maybe she had her eyelashes on and she had her boobs spoken out. So she's jealous of me. It's because I'm prettier than her. Netherlands. Okay. There's been a lot of mental magic. There's been a lot of mind games. You see in the background, maybe because of what you've been going through, because of all this, you could have been labelled as bipolar, up and down. You could be labelled as bipolar. Because every time you maybe are ascending, maybe you are trying to balance yourself, they could have sent this King of Cups in reverse. And they've been messaging each other. They could be deleting messages now. They could have already deleted messages. Okay? But either way, they're going back. Ace of Swords, and they're lying. They're under judgment. I'd never do anything of the sort. And this could be someone who used to be your friend when you was a child. Six of Cups, okay? Ace of Swords in reverse, lying. And they could have also grown up in some sort of a broken home, and with the Chariot in reverse, they wanted to hold you back also. Four of Swords, and they could have not even like wanted you to sleep properly, okay? So if you did let this person into your life, a friend from the past, they was working with another friend who thinks you're jealous of them because you're prettier than her. They're under judgment for what they've done. Okay, again, cycle complete. You are too strong for these. You are beginning to get a higher level of consciousness, okay? Maybe you are more consciously aware. Maybe you could have spoke to this King of Cups in reverse when you're in your Empress energy, and they didn't like your line of work either, and they could be doing everything they can to try and get you locked up in some sort of mental entrapment or mental hospital, or it locked up in prison. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, that was a real bad investment for these enemies. Real bad investments. Be careful of who is coming on in, making out like they love you. And Ace of Wands giving you that D, because that D ain't even all that. And that D is not even worth it. Let's have a look. Have I put it back now? Where's it gone? Because I want to see that D again. I want to see the D again. I've put it back. You can always rewind the video though, can't you, to have a good look at that. Even even if you have been labelled as bipolar, it doesn't even make you a bad person. Lots of people go through a lot of mental health challenges, and if they are surrounded by a lot of toxic people who take advantage of them, lie about them, do some mean things, then you're not going to be up there all the time, are you? So there is something about working on yourself, okay? And also, with the Eight of Pentacles, and Eight of Swords, and a Five of Swords, they could have been working with someone who works in a prison. Do you know what I mean? They're under judgment. They're also under judgment. They could have been romancing somebody who works in law and using them to help them sacrifice you. Six Pentacles, free gifts. They're soulless beings. They're soulless beings. Wowie, 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 wowie. And that's the thing about pretty on the outside women. They know they're pretty on the outside, but they're ugly on the inside. They always have been, and they always will be. Because maybe they was born with no soul in the first place. Maybe as soon as they was created in the womb, they was demonic from day one. They was soulless from day one. This could be stemming from a past life also. And they always want to mess with your health. See how the snake is wrapping. This is nothing but a snake. They're not from the Galactic Federation of Light. Authority figures, okay? They've been using authority figures to work on their snaky behalf. Scribe or writer. You could be really good at writing, okay? Could be really good at writing. Could have been a writer in a past life. You could like to write poems. You could like to write music. I've had poems and music stolen. Like literally, it's like I'm not allowed to have what's actually mine without it getting stolen from me, and someone else cashes in on that and leaves me with no money for my own work. Lunas, darling. All lunas. Biblical in reverse. This is somebody who doesn't believe in the divine. This is someone who doesn't believe in the divine. We've got biblical in reverse again. This is someone who doesn't believe in the divine. They don't believe in the most high. Free on the clock there. Maybe with this knighthood, they were sending a lot of people towards you to attack you. And then them attacks could be stepping back now. Intuition in reverse. They want to block your intuition. They don't want you to be so intuitive, and they are very, very bitter. They're bitter. They're very bitter. And with what they've done to you in the past, or what they are continuing to do as this cycle is coming to an end or just closed, they always want you to relive what they've done to you and what they've got away with. And they want you to be as bitter as them. The only time they are happy is when they are destroying somebody else's life. That's the only time they're happy. Yeah, that's the only time they're happy, is when they're destroying what someone else has done. But like, if you're doing things in a good way, they don't like that. you're doing gifts in reverse, they definitely want your spiritual gifts. Maybe you've tried to be fair with this person. Okay? Maybe you've tried to be grounded with this person. Maybe you've had a go at this person, and then other people are like, oh, they're nasty, aren't they? They're real mean, aren't they? But there is a thing of self-defence, new life in reverse. It's like they want you to have no life. They want your full world to be revolved around what they've done to you. Truth be told, in reverse, but they don't want you to speak out and speak the truth because they don't want other people to know what they're like. And maybe you could have tried to speak out, and then they just turn around and go, it's because she's jealous of me, it's because I'm prettier than her, whatever. So that's why you have to go masculine. And maybe not be as feminine as what you'd like to be because of these idiots about. Orphaned. Maybe you was abandoned as a child, okay? And if you have child or children, they want your children to grow up with abandonment issues as well. Never ending story in reverse. They just want this cycle to run down your full entire bloodline. They want this curse to be going down your full entire bloodline. They know you don't deserve that, but it's what they want. So they could have even teamed up with corrupt social services workers, filing malicious reports. Ring, 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 ring. They're cooked up, glugging up, glug, 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 on all the different drugs going, filing false reports, getting ambulances out to you, getting social services out, harassing you. I've been there. I know how it feels. They're all a set of lunatics. Sending peace, love and light.